Let's do a intermediate, or I would say beginner to intermediate, no retwist lock style. We are starting with a high pony, and we have separated some hair for the front so we can do a little bang action. All you will need is something to secure your pony and then some rubber bands for the front. Also, a spray bottle to add some moisture, because it's very important to add moisture to your hair so that it is easier to manipulate versus it feeling like it's popping or breaking or whatever when you're trying to do certain things to it. So what we're doing here, we're doing some flat twists, basically, where you pick up some hair and then you twist, and you pick up more hair and you twist. And then we are doing like a lock bob knot situation in the front, which is why I'm not twisting it all the way down. And disclaimer, this again is a no retwist hairstyle, so therefore I did not wash my hair. So you might see a little dandruff, and that is okay. So we are now wrapping the hair around the base of the twist, but as you can see, I wasn't satisfied. So I started over, and the note is, if you have uneven locks like myself, try to tuck the shorter locks under the longer ones as you're wrapping them upwards, which will give you a more seamless look. And once you are done, you're going to secure it with a rubber band. For the pieces that still didn't get tucked properly, I just add another rubber band to help with a more seamless look. And now we are just at the repetition phase, and this is a close-up of all of the steps that we just did. Flat twisting the hair closest to the scalp. The best way I can explain this is that we're picking up hair with both hands, but we are tucking it under the hair from the other hand, so we're kind of like alternating. So essentially you're doing the same thing that you're doing when you're twisting the hair free from the scalp, except you are picking up here and tucking it under. And then we are stopping at the desired length so that we can achieve the asymmetric bob look, bending the hair upwards and then wrapping it around. You will also see here that I did change up the steps a bit, because sometimes I run into the wrap part becoming too loose at the bottom, and I don't like how that looks, right? And you'll see that here. And so what I did was I did it again, I unraveled it, and I added a rubber band. However, you'll also see me working through and trying to process, okay, is that going to work? And it did not. So I added the rubber band once I bent the hair upwards, which allowed the locks to kind of like gather and stay together while I am wrapping it around. That part is optional if you don't run into the problem that I ran into right then, because I was able to successfully do my first lock bob knot without doing that, but I did the rest of my lock bob knots this way because it worked better for me. And then we are just securing it with a rubber band. And again, if you need to use multiple, be my guest and do it so that you can have the desired and seamless look that you are going for. And now we're just repeating all of those steps so that we can complete the front section of our hair for our lock bob knot bang. So now we are done with the front and we are moving to the back. You could just leave your hair loose, but I wanted to originally do lock knots in the pony as well, but honestly was getting annoyed with the process because these lock knots were a little bigger, and getting all of my locks to cooperate in a bigger twist, I guess you could say, and lock knot is aggravating. So I did do the first one, but I opted to just do twist in the back, so like rope twist in the back, and I still bent the bottom upwards, but I twisted it all the way down, and then I bent the bottom upwards and secured it with a rubber band to make it look as if I did lock knots in the back as well. And here you would just do as many as you want, as big or small as you desire. And here's the finished look. I hope that this helped someone and inspired someone, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.